Figure I'd take you on a little adventure with me. I'm out and about this morning, and epic moment, chilly. But you have epic moments when you make decisions. And epic life comes from epic decisions that come from epic moments. Are you catching my drift here? Let me see if I can do this. And so I wanted to share this morning my epic moment as I'm running an errand. Let's see if I can fix this blurriness here. The camera on the front. I don't know if that helped. Maybe a little bit. I got to get a new phone. This thing's... Yep, it's time for new phones. Anyways, that's a squirrel. But trying to go live stream and a little bit more and take you on adventures with us, Chantel and I, in life. What's our epic life look like as we are leading this movement of Epic Your Life? And by the way, if these live streams or these videos are beneficial to you, would you let me know? I got a cool message yesterday actually from my brother Jesse, and it was awesome. It made my day. He's like, man, I used your epic moment for my sales team. He's an awesome car salesman in Safford, Arizona. If you're ever in Arizona and need a vehicle, he'll hook you up. He's awesome. Jesse Campos, my bro, who's coming down from What's up? The family. First Campos family to visit my ranch, and I'm super honored, super grateful, super blessed. He's coming for Thanksgiving. It's going to be epic moments. An epic life is an accumulation of epic moments, and to have an epic marriage, epic relationship is to have an epic life. And to have an epic wife is to create those moments. And in a moment, I made a decision. I had my day start usually around 4:44. My alarm goes off every morning. And if I have some big time deadlines, and my alarm will go off at 4 a.m. But this morning I got up and I made my coffee and started to get to work on some stuff. Actually was working on stuff for our puppy business. Some of you may not even know that I have a puppy business in Texas. Best dogs on the planet. Mini golden doodles. Anyways, we are very specialized in what we do, training pups and raising up ESA ready pups. Again, that's a squirrel. But that was my morning. I started out working on stuff for that business that I had to do, that I've been putting off a couple days with our team there. So I worked on some things for that, got that completed. And actually, when I was making my cup of coffee, because I didn't make my cup of coffee till I was done with that, I realized, oh my gosh, we don't have any cream. Then I remembered last night that my wife, Chantel, had mentioned, I should run to the store and get some creamer for the morning. She loves her creamer, heavy creamer in her coffee. And so anyways, she didn't end up going to get it. We were working on some things even late last night. We had a men's call and women's call, answering communication with clientele. Yeah, it was pretty late into the evening, so we ended up not going to the store, or she didn't go to the store to get the creamer. And I woke up when I remembered that this morning, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get some creamer. And I started to look, and I'm like, oh, does our local store don't open till 8? I'm like, what? Which is like 5 minutes away. And here in Georgia, I mean, we have access to pretty much anything that within 15 to 20 minutes. So That's what I thought. I thought, well, how about Walmart? Publix. Publix isn't open till 7, which I'm getting close to that now. But Walmart was open. Dun, dun, dun. Which I'm grateful for that. And so, yeah, I'm headed to Walmart. And you're like, dude, why would you do that? All the way to Walmart just for some creamer? Why don't you wait till 8 o'clock? Well, first of all, it's an epic moment. An opportunity to bless my wife, love on my wife, and get her a little something special, outgive her. She put a post yesterday. It was a good reminder of how she and I constantly look for ways to outgive each other. We do. So this is one of those ways. She typically is way ahead of me. Not that we keep score, but she does. She's like amazing. And she's always willing. To give. No matter what time of day or night. Funny. Married couples might understand that. Married couples have good marriages, that is. It's very affectionate, loving, intimate, if you know what I mean. Wink. All right, so anyways, in that moment I made a decision. I'm like, you know what, I know I always have plenty of stuff to do, but I thought it's an awesome opportunity to Yep, with Chantel. Where are you going? So anyways. Yep, opportunity to outgive each other. If I could score a point, because she blesses me all the time. And, you know, my first appointment is with the family at 6:30, and figured I would run and grab this and be back probably by about 7 or so for my appointment with my family, which is when we do our Epic 30, usually is around 6:30 or 7. And then my next appointment is typically at 8 o'clock. Usually block out 6:30 to 7:30, a little bit of a buffer sometimes. Sometimes I have appointments at 7:30 with clients or just business meetings. And but yeah, I block out an hour every morning with my beautiful bride. We have coffee together and we do our process called Epic 30. 30 minutes of connection and communication. It'll build your confidence, help you to become a more honoring and it builds a habit of honoring, communicating in an honoring way by expressing what you're grateful for about each other and what each other is worthy of receiving, working towards, and receiving. Notice I said working towards. It does take work. Yeah. So again, the decision to just jump in and go. She wasn't downstairs yet. I thought I probably would have been better planned if I left a little bit earlier. I was finishing up. I actually don't think Walmart opens before 6 anyways. I had some important stuff I had to finalize this morning. So yeah, I should have got up at 4, right? Because I had deadlines. I create deadlines for myself on purpose to keep things moving and going and growing and developing, and pretty exciting times. But that moment, it's little things done well that create miracles or create epic. If you want epic, you got to do the little things. You got to do the work. Little, monotonous, can feel monotonous at times. That's in business, that's in life. But especially what I want to talk about this morning is relationships. What are you willing to do? Go that extra mile. And it's like, geez, you're going a long ways for some creamer. Yeah. And I know she could be all right without creamer for one morning. But she could also get blessed if I kind of run and get some creamer as well. And the other running an errand is think about what else could I do? What else would be beneficial? Since I'm running over here to get some creamer, can I grab something else real quick? I actually wish Publix was open, but not till 7. Timing. Yeah, I don't want to go farther. Walmart's gonna be fine. Time is a thing as well, right? Learn to do more in less time. So that's what I was going to go with this. I'm constantly trying to figure out ways to do more in less time. So I'll bless my wife, do a video with you guys and epic adventures, and epic, moments. Talk a little bit more about relationship in this moment, but also efficiency. So I'm making a video while I'm driving, connecting with y'all, talking about epic moments. And while I'm here, I've been wanting to not only get cream, but get some flowers and stuff to kind of brighten up the home. So don't tell Chantel. Hopefully she's not watching this. But yeah, some flowers. And even Hazel, our girl. Like, I'm charming 3 girls right now. I've got my baby girl, Hazel, who is, I think we just had our appointment last week. It was 12 weeks. So she's on 13 weeks now, baby. 13 weeks along and pregnant. Super excited for be grandparents and to welcome little happy, hoppy, jumpy baby. Which I gotta post that. That's super awesome. Seeing the ultrasound and seeing baby jump inside the womb. Never seen that before. So, when I say charming, it's like because I want to bless them. I want them to feel loved and blessed. And as much as your wife may say, don't buy me flowers. I don't like flowers, they just die. I'm sure somewhere along the line you men heard that. Some wives may say, yes, please, give me flowers. I love flowers. But I have heard that a lot from different women. It's like, hey, buy me something that will last. And I get that. But once in a while it is pretty cool to just surprise them with some flowers. And something colorful and beautiful. Something, a little bit meaningful in thought. Maybe a card. Do you have some family or friends that you want to thank for their impact or influence on your life, or maybe they helped you with something and you're just like, yeah, I want to thank them today. Take a moment. We have in our content, connection DNA, it's all about ways to connect and become better, right, on a regular basis, right? And it's so interesting how I love it. I utilize it as well. Our family does. We watch those as well. We go through them. It's an 8-week, 40-session course. And it's timeless. You can go through it once. You can go through 100 times. Because every time it creates reminders on things we should do to constantly improve, constantly get better, constantly love well, constantly connect well. And one of those things is actually having gratitude. Proactive with gratitude, which would be thank you card is one way that we talk about. And if you have a business or clients, people that purchase stuff from you, a service or a product or vehicle, when's the last time you sent out a thank you card? Not only to, there's lots of cool studies out there about thank yous cards. And now handwritten stuff is a big deal because so many people use digital texting, messenger, calls even. But when you take that time to sit down and write a letter, thank you card, handwritten thank you card, it makes a huge difference. It does. It shows that you care. You made time to write something special to them. So even past clients, I promise you, if you're slow in sales, take a minute to, take about 30 minutes, even 30 minutes to every day or 30 minutes a week, and just go write some thank you cards to even past clients. Say, thank you. Just wanted to let you know how much I care about you, and I hope your car is doing well. I hope your dog is doing well. I hope your whatever is going well. Whatever you, maybe business or service you sold to them, encourage them and say thank you for blessing us and hope everything's going well. Literally just thank you. You don't even have to say, oh, we got a special going on. That's sleazy salesman. Or, oh, we got, 10% off if you present this thank you card. No, that means you did it for a reason. Just do it out of love. Do it out of serious gratitude and watch what happens. It's pretty amazing how that works. So, let's see, we're going to Walmart. I don't think I need a cart. Maybe I will get a cart real quick. But I gotta hurry because otherwise, why did I come? I came for coffee. For creamer, I mean. For the coffee, so I'll go a little bit. My morning workout. Dude, it's like an obstacle course in Walmart early because everyone's stocking. That's where it's kind of nice. Very many people are in Walmart this early. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I do know where creamer is. I hope they have some. Stock up a little bit. Let's see. Try to think too. One thing I was taught young in my age, when I was young, and one of my first jobs working at Golden Corral, I'll never forget this principle. And this was in the little things. Again, going back to little things, right? Never waste a trip. Meaning, like, this was Dan Ziccarelli taught me this. And he was meaning when we were working in the restaurant, right? He was teaching me how to be really efficient working in the restaurant. He would tell me, if you're walking one direction and like you see dishes or stuff on the counter that you can take to the dishwasher, grab them, take them, do it. Oh, look at this. Oh, score. Sometimes, believe it or not, we come to the store and they don't have it on stock. But today they do. Let's see. How many should I get? Maybe I'll get some bigger ones and smaller ones. Yep. Maybe I'll get. We go through whipping cream. That's what we use, our heavy creamer. We go through quite a bit of it, actually. I'll get 3 big ones. I think that's right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, comments. Hello. Nice. Comments on Daniel M. and Willie can send euros, no problem. Early morning banter. People on YouTube, that's awesome. Send me some euros, it says. That's hilarious. Alright, so we got the creamer. Now, on my way out, I am. Oh, so anyways, back to Dan Ziccarelli story. So he literally hammered that in my head. Where are you going? I'd walk and he'd go, where are you going? You see these dishes right here? Grab them. Take them to the dishwasher when you're walking to the back. Never waste a trip. There's plates that can be set up. Oh, dude, you got to see this. What in the world? That's a robot-operated machine. People are losing their jobs to robots. Woo! Crazy. Or maybe I should say they're creating jobs for robots that people don't want to do. Humans don't want to do. Maybe that is true. All right, so anyways, back to my story. So he literally would get so upset at me, but I'm super grateful because I never forgot that. So like this, like I'm saying, I'm here at Walmart, gonna grab some creamer, and since I'm passing through, what else do I need? And sometimes Chantel says that's dangerous. You go to the store and grab stuff that we don't need because I'm here, right? Um, but let's see. What can we do to brighten my daughter's day and my wife's day? Let's see. Real quick. Let's see. These are pretty, huh? Or like I was saying, a thank you card. Got some bright ones here. Just a little something, but different for each one. Let's see. I gotta hurry. I'll just make a decision. Go, go, go. Some of these flowers don't look very good though. Jeez, this is why I wish I was at Publix, but short and sweet. Those are pretty carnations. Well, pretty. Looks like a good batch for Hazel. Looks like those are some nice, pretty yellow. That's a nice bright. Oh, that's bright. That's bright and pretty. Look at that. That's nice. That's cheerful, right? Trying to pick them out based on that would be good for mom. Now my bride. Let's see if I can find another cheery set of flowers. Aww. Well, sunflower's kind of cool. It's the best they got when it comes to sunflowers, I think. Oh, there's a good little, just subtle little bunch. Look at that. There we go. I like that. A small batch of sunflowers in pink. That's what I'm looking for. That's cool. Interesting. I like this one. All right. I don't know. Sometimes you get too many options and you start going, what should I get? Simple. All right, this is going to go to my house to go to Hazel and Chantel. All right. Perfect. Gotta get going. Right? Yep. Okay. All right. So, all right. And over and out, Roger. Oh, yep. Now, if I had a minute or two more, but I don't. I gotta go. But I would grab. So we never waste a trip. That's what he taught me. When you're doing stuff, you can accomplish more things and be more efficient. with time. And so in this case, I'm trying to brighten these days with relationship stuff. Some little flowers for my girls. Just a little something, something. And then, like I said, if I had actually a few moments, I would grab thank you cards. I got some in my office actually, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I want to write a thank you card to some of the people that help us at our ranch. Super grateful for their help. So, just the little things, really. Let's see. Good. Let's see. What in the world? All right. Things change all the time for payments. Tab. Cards. Everything. All right. For some people, it may be that. All right. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Good times rolling. Let the good times roll. Checking out. Sorry. Okay. All right. Here we go. Good old Dan Ciccarelli. Good reminder. Be efficient with every trip. As efficient as possible. And so, what I'm doing, grab me some creamer. I'm going to grab extra so we don't have to come back in a day or two. It's just done. And grabbed a few little things to show. Loving on them, blessing them. All right. Good stuff. So are there ways you could be more efficient, not waste a trip, even just a quick run to the store, quick Now let me ask you something. How many of you just leave the cart? The little things. Right? Can you take a minute to put the cart away? We're talking about that. Excellence too. Willing to go the extra mile and do a little something more. Because again, that is a habit to be considerate and excellent in all that you do. Oh, warm up the coffee on my way home. All right, here we go. Back in the car. Back in good old Reba. Funny comments on YouTube, huh? Yeah, interesting, this whole world of live streaming and people in their comments and just random stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. It does help the channel, by the way. We are excited to build out our channel and get the message out of what it takes to have epic. And so, yeah. The little things done well, right? So, again, it's after 7 already. This is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, of course. We often say the epic of your life is creating extraordinary. So if we're creating extraordinary, beautiful sunrise this morning, what are we doing to create extraordinary? Extraordinary means that we go above the ordinary. We do the extra. Oftentimes I think people forget about what extraordinary is. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. So if you're going to create extraordinary, you got to be extraordinary and you got to do the extra. It's ordinary and normal just to, expect your coffee to be there when you want it, and creamer to be there when you want it. The reality is it was a long day for both Chantel and I yesterday. And Mondays are usually our busiest as far as like work day and client day and appointment day. And then just from our workout to our client appointments to our planning out the week, connecting with clients to help them plan out the week, families, helping them set some goals for the week. Yeah, it's pretty busy. So, neither one of us made it to the store. One thing I do like is Instacart. It does, it does make it nice and convenient. We forget about that sometimes. But to be able to have it delivered, we've done it a few times. That is definitely a cool efficiency thing. But then I wouldn't have been able to get some flowers. How can you outgive today? Maybe there's someone you love in your life that you would be highly beneficial to say thank you to today. A thank you card. I mean, even a message of gratitude is super awesome. I would highly recommend sending a video versus just a text. Texts are good, but if you can send a video and they can see the sincerity in your eyes, your heart, in that gratitude, makes a big difference. And but handwritten, telling you hand thank you cards is awesome. Makes a big difference in your business and even in your relationships. I usually keep in my backpack when I travel. I try to keep thank you cards there. Try to always remember anytime I'm somewhere, whether somebody was hosting me or whether they met up with me for dinner or a business appointment. I'm not the best at it. I need to get better for sure. But I do have them in my backpack available, and I try to do it, to remember to do it when I travel or when I have appointments and things. Just a simple thank you goes a long ways. It's interesting, the community that we work with, about 80% of our clientele are Amish culture or Mennonite culture, and we got into that niche by working originally with Jesse Kaufman, helping him to get married, and his beautiful wife Edina. Now they've been married, I think it's almost about 5 years. Wow. I think so. I think it was 2020, or was it 2021? See, that's the part that I'm like, all right, got to get better with dates too, right? So anyways, we started working with the Amish culture, and I was just thinking about them because they don't, a lot of them don't, do like technology, and they do a lot of, especially the buggy Amish, they do a lot of letter writing. And so it's interesting to think about that. When was the last time you wrote a letter? Or maybe you've never written a letter. Is there that would be interesting if there was truly a certain generation that actually doesn't even know what writing a letter means. Would that be possible? I guess it could be. With the digital age, it's going to seem old-fashioned, but yet, how cool would that be? I wonder if they do that in school. Teach the kids to write letters. Teach them what letters is, or like that old antique thing of writing on paper and putting it in the mail. How do you address it? What is do you put an address for? It's interesting thinking about all that different stuff that for us that are in our 40s, almost 50, that writing letters used to be a thing. I'm old enough to remember writing letters. So like I said, the community that we work with, they're very used to writing letters. I was thinking about that the other day, writing a handwritten letter to them that would bless them, even probably doing some GWs with them through a letter. It'd be a kind of a cool thing to do. Yeah. Are you familiar with, or have you been around the Amish culture or the Mennonite culture? It's an awesome culture, and amazing people committed to their culture and committed to being committed. I mean, they're amazing we talk about the 5 love languages, and the 2 that they are most incredibly amazing at, and we could all learn from, is acts of service and gifts. They really know how to do acts of service. They, as a community, as a whole, they serve so well. They serve their own community. Like if someone they'll do a barn raising. If someone went through a fire or house or something, they'll get together one weekend and bam, they'll build a barn or build a house or build something that is needing built, like in 1 day, 2 days, a weekend at least. They'll build it all together. It's awesome, fascinating. You should check it out. Amish barn raising or Amish building. There's some cool videos out there to show how fast they put them up, how quickly, and how many people all work together in synchronicity. So yeah, they have that amazing skill of working together and doing acts of service. I know a lot of families adopt. Amish families do a lot of adopting, and Mennonite families will adopt children. It's amazing. Again, willing to serve and bless and provide a good life for children. And they also gifts. They're good at gifts too, like weddings and things. They'll all chip in and do gifts of like food. They'll bless them with different things for the wedding, or if somebody's had a baby, or maybe going through a hard time, they'll bring meals and things. It's just awesome to see how those two love languages, again, acts of service and gifts, they have an amazing ability to do those. The other three, well, again, they have a version of it, for sure, a version of what they believe that looks like, which would be touch, love, and affection, touch, and their own version of that. Quality time. I have seen that they have quality time, and then of course love and affection and touch, and then what is the fifth one? I just went blank. See? Oh, affirmations. Edification. Yeah, that one's a tough one. I think the culture actually teaches against it, that's not humble, and it's not proper. So some interesting things we've had to work through and work with. Words of affirmation would be definitely one. And then even the quality time of what that looks like, making eye contact, asking questions. Is there, again, in the culture where they come from, the culture that also teaches too that questions are not good. You don't question authority. In general, it's not everyone, okay? But what we've noticed in general, they don't ask questions. They don't like confrontation. They're taught not to have confrontation, taught not to ask questions. So really fascinating to learn and to be able to serve the culture, the Amish, the Mennonite culture. And so we've learned a lot about ourselves, learned a lot about the culture, as we've been serving them now for pretty much 5 years. And a lot of our clients come from that culture, about 80%. It's crazy. Cool niche, though. Amazing things we've learned from that culture as well. Some great different recipes and food. Usually they love their sweets and they love their breads. But very committed culture as well. Committed to their beliefs. Committed to family. Again, not always does that commitment look as beneficial. It could be. That's why we end up working a lot with them for relationships and helping them to empower epic affection and love. And even saying I love you, it's not always very prevalent in that culture. In the English culture too, I've noticed too, which is funny. That's what they call us, by the way. Those who are not Amish or Mennonite, they call us English. Learning those distinctions is interesting. And I have family background. I'm Mexican from my dad's side, the Campos, and I'm a quarter Norwegian on my mom's side. So my wife loves it. Chantel's like, "You're a Mexican Viking." I'm like, "Yeah." Arr. Orale. Arr. And for Chantel, she is full-blooded. Actually, her parents, Germany, her mom and dad, came here on their honeymoon and stayed with the family. Her biological father there. So, yeah, in their religious background, Chantel would have born into and raised in the Mormon self. I was born and raised in the Baptist. Started in very more conservative Baptist. So that's interesting background connected to the Amish or Mennonite. or Anabaptist is kind of encapsulates both the Mennonite and the Amish when you say Anabaptist. Learning these things. Do you know these fun facts? So I'm entering my property now, and it may go out. And so I'll probably finish up here. Thanks for joining me on this epic adventure. I'm going to go have some coffee with my beautiful bride now, and we'll see you on the next one. Do an epic moment, though. Seriously. Can you post in the comments what you did to go above and beyond for a loved one? How about that? God bless you. See you.